All I can say is greed, selfishness, and hatred. These are the major reasons why we are still where we are. I said this because River State was taken aback for 6 months with the suspension of the governor and the legislative house, and the sole administrator was appointed. There was serious backwardness in the state. But on their resumption, their first comment was a command. That's what Assembly was commanding the governor. That signaled the fact that the so-called peace was not genuine. And the tone of their command shows hatred. The tone of their command shows arrogancy. The tone of their command shows disrespect to the governor. Some of us advised them that that is not the way to go. For instance, they were asking for the governor to submit a budget immediately. The governor is the head of the state. And don't forget, in line with Section 11(4) of the 1999 Constitution as amended, the National Assembly passed a budget for the state sometime in June. And appropriation is within a year. And so if an appropriation has been passed into law by the National Assembly in line with that Section 11(4), then the governor cannot override that. Neither can the House of Assembly override it. There were also other appointments that were not properly done. Even the local government election did not follow the law. But the governor, in the interest of peace and reconciliation, closed his eyes on those irregularities. All the appointments, the board appointments and other things that are made, the governor can as well say, I don't want it. He has the power. But he did not bother. You did the election without the governor, the governor did not bother. You took all the local government chairmen to yourself, gave yourself all the appointments, and the governor did not ask questions. That is not enough. You want him to present a budget. You want him to present list of commissioners. He's the governor. He knows when to submit a list of commissioners. He knows how many commissioners he wants to work with. You cannot compel him. But that was the beginning of this crisis, and the governor was able to contain it, was able to say, let peace reign. But because the governor is so silent, but because the governor is not willing to fight back, because the governor does not like problem, they capitalize on that and try to exhibit their greed. The FCT minister, who is supposed to be the father of both the assembly members and the governor, took sides with assembly members, and today you are going round campaigning local government by local government as if there is election coming. You are also exposing Mr. President to ridicule by letting the world know that Mr. President does not obey the law. Because the Electoral Act is very clear as to when you should start campaign and when not to start campaign. But you believe you are in the federal government, you believe in the judiciary is in their hand, and so you can just do anything you like. So these are the issues. You have already decided who should become the next governor, who should not become the next governor.
Okay, sir.
So these are the beginning of this crisis that I think all this amount to greed and foolish pride. I think it is not too late. We can still resolve it if the FCT minister wants to resolve it. You are accusing the man of not presenting appropriation to you. This man was willing to present his budget to you, you locked him out. You escalated crisis. You don't want him to come and present budget. You locked their doors and said you're on recess. Along the line, Mr. President put the hammer, rightly or wrongly, and that brought Mr. President into ridicule. the whole world shouted at Mr. President as anti-democratic for suspending an elected governor. It brought a uproar everywhere. And Mr. President asked the National Assembly to exercise their powers under Section 11(4). And they did that. They did that by confirming certain appointments. They did that by passing the appropriation law. And you were asking Mr. Governor to present another appropriation law. Can there be two appropriation laws for a state? That is one. Two, you are accusing this man for destroying the House of Assembly. The House of Assembly is already built, and the Supreme Court made the judgment, wrongly or rightly, but event has overtaken it. The law says it cannot punish a man twice. For all those allegations they have made, the governor has punished the governor by suspending him for 6 months. So, in law, he has already served those terms, those punishment for those things you are accusing him of. And the governor says, go and reconcile. You met, you have reconciled, and you said there's an agreement. I challenge the House of Assembly, I challenge Wike to publish that agreement they had. The agreement they felt the governor is not keeping, let them publish it. Let the Rivers people know the agreement where the governor erred. You cannot keep this agreement secret from Rivers people and say there's an agreement. What type of agreement? Is the agreement in line with the 1999 Constitution? Is the agreement in the interest of the state? Or is that it's an individual greedy agreement? We want to know that agreement. Until we know that agreement, and we don't think you have any issue with that agreement, because we don't know what you're talking about. You are speaking Greek to us by saying you have an agreement that nobody can see. Governor sits on the public office. It sits for everybody. Every Rivers man represents, the governor represents every Rivers man. And so whatever agreement is going into, Rivers people should know. Until we know that, whatever agreement you have is null and void. That is that aspect. For the other issue of we want to impeach, I want to tell them, if I am out my way, I'll tell them to continue. But the law says, the moment impeachment fails once, you cannot use that impeachment again. There are processes of impeachment, and they don't have the overall say on impeachment. So let us try those processes and see if they can succeed with impeachment. And when they fail, the law says that is the end in the tenure, you cannot do it. But because everybody says peace, 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 it gets into their head and they think they have a reason or they have a weapon they can use to threaten the governor. Why must you threaten the governor? What is your business threatening the governor? You were elected by a constituency to attract development. You were given 350 million recently. You were given SVU cars. Did you give it to your constituency? Have you carried the constituency project? You have not explained all this to your constituency. You are going to share 12 kg, 12.5 kg rice to people. I would advise Rivers people to continue to take those rice and even ask for more money, because it's our loot. If they gave you 350 million to do constituency project, you decide to use it to buy rice. Is that our business? So they cannot succeed without the impeachment. The High Court has given a judgment. Let them flout the judgment. We have seen several impeachments in the country that we are declared null and void. Amawule is interested in becoming governor by all means, either by hook or by crook. Rivers people did not vote Amawule to become governor. If they have a way to kill him, they will kill him, because they are desperate. They are desperate to kill Ngozi. What has she done that you are accusing her because she refused to cooperate with you to do what you want to do? So what they are doing is wrong, and Rivers people are saying it. But they are lucky. They are very lucky because the governor is a peaceful governor. The governor did not even want anybody to reply them. The governor did not want anybody to speak. And that is why they are having a field day. But must we allow them to have a field day? We cannot allow them to have a field day. They are not the best in propaganda. They are not the best in propaganda. Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are seen. The truth must be told. You are a minister, you are working as if you are the president. You are a subject of the president. And these are not your mandate by the president. You have to be minister of FCTA. What concerns you with River State? You want Rivers money. You want to contest against Mr. President. So you are trying to accumulate money to fight Mr. President. Is that the issue? You have destroyed PDP. You chased this man to APC. You want to destroy APC. What kind of money you are trying to bring up your party? Nigerians are watching.
Okay, talking about the FCT minister here, what will you say is the FCT minister involvement in this latest action?
Well, the assembly members are loyal to him, and he has been having meetings with them. He has been going around the local government with them. He has been the one campaigning that he wants to bring another governor. That same will not go. The same man, after the reconciliation, came out to say there was nothing like same is not going second tenor. He said same will go second tenor. Then all of a sudden he changed to say same cannot go second tenor, and he want to bring somebody else from somewhere. Are you the father of River State? Are you the owner of River State? River People would decide whom they want as their governor. Even if you have somebody in mind, why not wait? Why all this propaganda? Why all this noise? Why all this threat? You are doing all this because you saw a man, a quiet man, who does not talk, who does not want anybody to be involved, who does not want to be defended. So you felt River People are quiet. River People are quiet because of the body language of the governor. We don't want to do something that they will say, oh, it's because we reacted. That is why we have another emergency room. We don't want all that. But that does not mean that you can insult the symbol of the state on a daily basis. First, you have a job as a minister, and let everybody be happy that yes, our son is a minister. When Gumi was attacking him, we came out to defend him. But the way it's going about is quite wrong. I don't think Mr. President gave him that mandate. But if the Mr. President gives him that mandate, then it means Mr. President is ready to soil his name.
Fine, you talk about the president either giving the mandate, because I believe the former governor, do you think is acting independently on the issue of about the crisis in River State, or following instruction of Mr. President ahead of the election?
You see, in the first situation was the same was the PDP. It will sponsor PDP against Mr. President of the election. Today, same is in APC. So he will not sponsor another party. He came up with insinuations that, oh, same asked Odo to go to ADC. Odo is in APC. So, what grounds will Mr. President have against SIM? Mr. President approved SIM going to APC. We all saw them when they met and as the declaration was made. Even though SIM did not consult major stakeholders or the state to say, I'm going to APC, so. But on a serious note, if SIM was still be in PDP, the matter would have been worse than this. And so, Mr. President, I doubt if Mr. President is behind what Wike is doing. You can see the reaction of the APC as a party towards the actions of Wike. And I think when Mr. President returns, there will be a lot of discussions. Mr. President cannot allow this because he will not allow his name to be ridiculed anymore. And he needs to be decisive on this matter. Because we're talking about election. It's the people that will decide. You cannot just come and bully all of us. You have used Mr. President's name, you brought military jet, you brought naval boat, you brought the soldiers, you brought other people to visit a community, a small community. Just to ferment problem. And you are threatening everybody in the country because Mr. President want to go second or no. And people are falling in place. So what's still their problem? PDP have destroyed. The next thing you want to do is to destroy APC because SIM is in APC. What kind of a character is that? Remember, whatever we do, we have a legacy to keep. If we do something that is bad in our life, history will judge us. Whatever we do is history, and history will judge us. People will remember for what we have done. So if you are doing something and you don't remember that as the legacy, the judgment will come one day. Let me also make this sound this warning. There are those in power and they feel power is forever. Power is transient. Look at Malami a few years ago. How powerful is he? Today, his son is in prison. His wife is in prison. Himself is in prison awaiting trial. For how many months? That's Malami of all the power. We also saw what happened to Sambo. We saw governors that were jailed. We saw presidents that were jailed in this country. So when you have little power, you don't use it to oppress people, because tomorrow you don't know. Tomorrow is pregnant, and you will not be on this seat forever. And whatever you have done will haunt you. Will haunt you. So let us not take this world as the proud of the moment, that whatever we see is what we can do and nothing will happen. Something will happen. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. Tomorrow is pregnant. Don't forget, Wike had insulted the generation in the past. The only generation in the past.